Good evening and welcome back to Bugs' DCS Cruise. Tonight, it's one of those special nights. We're going to have quite a few of those milestones throughout the history of this channel, hopefully. But for this one, we reached the 300 subscriber mark and we blew past that. So I just want to take this moment to thank each and every one of you that have commented, subscribed, and liked our videos that have been put up. For those of you who are checking out the Instagram page as well, it's amazing. I did not think that I would be at this point with the channel right now, but thanks to all you guys, here we are. So what we're going to do for this is we're just going to showcase the aircraft that have got us to this point in the channel, and then I also have a little preview on the other side of the airfield as to some of the airframes that are to come and to hopefully build even more of a fan base. So without any further ado, let me just show you guys the different jets that have gotten this channel to where it is. Obviously, we're standing in front of the big fighter, my pride and joy, my baby and my first love, the mighty Grumman F-14 Tomcat. We're standing in front of the F-14A right now, in the VF-84 livery. If you guys love the Jolly Rogers, throw a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. My number one, the current Squadron VFA 103, keeping the legacy of the Bones going. I love it. And then, of course, over here we have another Tomcat in the VX9 livery, Vandy 1. I'll be honest, it's my second favorite livery for the F-14, but a sharp looking paint job nonetheless. So, what else we have here is we have the A-10, the F-4 Phantom, and the UH-60 Jayhawk. That's a community mod. We have it dolled up in the U.S. Coast Guard livery, one of my favorites for the Jayhawk, or the Blackhawk. Over here we have the OH-58 Kiowa. It's a new module. We're still learning with it, but there's a lot more to come with it, and I'm looking forward to it. Over here we have, well, let me just work the camera here for you guys. There we go. The jet that got me going in DCS, the venerable FA-18 Charlie Hornet. The Legacy Hornet, not gonna lie, it's still one of my favorite jets to fly. You just can't go wrong with it. Quite a few hours have gone into flying this airplane and learning the hard way of what not to do. So the Hornet will always have a special place in my heart, just as will the Tomcat. And then outside the Hornet, we have the P-47 Thunderbolt, my favorite warbird of all time. She's rugged. She's a good fighter. If you know how to handle her, she'll treat you well. And we're going to come around the backside here. We'll come back to this guy in a second. And I'm actually going to cycle through the camera for you guys so we can pop over to the back row a little bit easier. And Here we go. So right here we have the BF-109, another one of my favorite warbirds to fly. Not a bad little plane. Again, just like the P-47, if you know how to handle it, she'll treat you well. And then let's come out here. We're going to skip around a little bit just because we can. The F-15, the Eagle jet. Wasn't too much of a fan of the Eagle, but you know, 6 and 1/2 dozen the other. I was the same way with the Viper. Now I like flying both of them. This is the F-15C, the single-seater. I would love to get into the F-15E, but for the Strike Eagle, but like I said in the previous video, we all know what's going on with that, and we'll wait until that clears up just a little bit. And over here we have the, whoops, sorry guys, we got the Viper. Fun little jet to fly, 9 Gs, always fun to whip around like it's nothing. I want to do more Viper content, but my joystick grip for the F-16/A-10, I can't do a lot with it because it has 2 broken buttons on it, and there's nothing I can do besides replace it. So once I do that, we'll have some more content in the Viper, which I'm looking forward to. And then we have over here the F-86, of course, the first generation of jet fighters. They're always fun to fly. You can't go wrong with that. The 850 cals, I believe, 8 or 6, I'm sorry, 6. 650 cals, I was thinking of the P-47, that has 8. The Sabre jet has 6. It's just a fun jet to fly. It's a great starter to get into to flying the newer jets. You can't go wrong with that. Then we slide over here. We got the Huey. Fun helicopter. If you want to learn how to fly a helicopter in DCS, definitely check the Huey out. She's challenging. Old school, you have to be on top of it, otherwise she'll be on top of you. That's all I could say about that. We will be doing more close air support missions with the Huey in the near future, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to slide over here to the back row. We have 3 more here. The Su-27, the flanker. Sexy jet, absolutely. Big jet, but we all know that by now I have a thing for the big fighters, hence the Tomcat, now the F-15. The flanker is no exception, and how they're parked, honestly, is ironic because the flanker, I believe, was the jet designed to counter the F-15. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what that was all about. She's maneuverable, she's fast, she carries more fuel than the MiG-29, not as much as the F-14, but her thrust to weight is pretty good. I'll give it that. And if you guys have seen the newest video of our Sam Dance obstacle course, the flanker is actually the first jet that made it all the way through, so that says a little something about it. I'll give it that. Then we move over here. We have the MiG-29. This jet has always had a special place in my heart because I've always loved the MiG-29. It looks like a street fighter. It's old school down and dirty, let's go. She doesn't carry a lot of fuel. She smokes like a chimney, but she'll give you a hard time in the sky, that's for sure. We're going to be doing a little bit more with the MiG-29 coming up because I have a few ideas between the Flanker and the MiG for a comparison or two, but we'll see from there. And the last aircraft in this lineup is one of the newer ones that we've been flying. It's a work in progress. I am very satisfied with it so far and the way it performs and the way it handles. The developer seems to be spot on track, trying to do what he can to make this the best that it can be for what it is. And that would be the Cuban Ace Simulations Su-57 Felon. It is a fun jet to fly. Like I said, it's a work in progress, but she's fun. If you guys want a jet that works with thrust vectoring, maneuvers the way you think it would with the thrust vectoring, you guys got to check out the Su-57. I've tried the F-22. I could not get it to work no matter what I've tried, but after a little bit of digging with the Felon, it works. It's a good dogfighter. It's a very tricky opponent. There's going to be a lot more dogfighting videos coming with the Su-57. Hopefully, or I should say, I would hope that I would be able to work with the developer one day to fly this thing and point out certain things, but either which way, I am more than happy with this, and this is also a freeware mod. For those of you that want to download it, head over. I will put a link in the description of this video below to the download for the Su-57. Go check it out. Give her a flight. Let me know what you think. Let Cuban Ace know what you think. And let's just make this thing that much better. And full disclosure, I am not sponsored by, paid by, or have any affiliation with Cuban Ace Simulations. I just enjoy a beautiful work in progress that actually works. So, with that being said, these are the aircraft that brought the channel to what it is, and they're going to keep growing this channel into something great along with you guys. So with all that being said, we're going to jump over to this side of the airfield now, and I'm going to show you what I have in store for you guys airframe wise that are going to be new introductions to the channel. We're going to start right over here with another freeware community mod, the OH6 or the MD500, because it's pretty much what the thing is. Low altitude attack helicopter. I love it. I've always had another soft spot for the MD500 in the rotary wing world. I'd love to fly one, or fly in one at least. I doubt I'll ever get to touch the controls of a real one, but hey, anything's possible. I'm working on this one for you guys. I just got to iron a few things out, and then we'll, whoops, sorry about that. Then we'll go from there with the OH6. This should let us get into a couple little low, tight spots without any issues, and pop up, make our little attacks that we have to do. I'm curious to see, and I can't wait to do a couple of close air support missions with this helicopter. That should be fun. The MiG-21. I've been eyeing up this module for a little bit now, and I'm getting ready to pull the trigger on it and pick her on up. I have quite a few ideas that I want to do with this, including a couple of things in conjunction with the F4 Phantom. That should be fun, but we'll see what happens. We're going to be doing the little trial test on her to see how it handles and go from there and see if I actually like flying it. Okay, if this camera cooperates with me, folks, sorry about that. The next up, the A4. The A4 has made a little bit of a debut on the channel, but nothing crazy. I flew it once and it didn't work out so well. So we're going to revisit this one a little bit, but we have flown against it as an adversary. We saw how that worked out with Operation SOS. It did better than we thought. So we're going to strap ourselves into it a little bit more often now, and we're going to go from there. We're going to learn a few things about it and how to fight with it. And then we'll also do some dog fights against the F-14 with the A4, which should be interesting to do. And then we have the MiG-15. This will be coming soon. Just like the F-86, we're going to be pitting this against that just as well. The same era jet. It should be a pretty good fight. I can't wait to see it from both aspects. It's going to be fun either which way, and I'm looking forward to that one. And hopefully you guys are as well. And then we have the T-45. So we're going to be taking this freeware mod, out to the boat. Also, the Naval Trainer. Supposedly there's also a T-38 module coming out for DCS soon, or at some point in the future. I can't wait to see that. I want to fly that as well. That should be fun. But for now, we have the T-45 Naval Trainer, so you get the best of both worlds. You can take it out to the boat if you really want. I've flown this once off camera. I like it. It's not bad. I've yet to land it on the boat, but we're going to be doing that together, and we're going to see how she handles in and around the boat. Then we have the FW-190, the A8. Whoops. If I get this camera to cooperate again. There we go. We're going to take the A8 up for a couple of rides as well. We do have the BF-109, which isn't bad. I love flying it, but I'm curious to see what the FW-190 feels like. Supposedly, this was arguably the best dogfighter of the Second World War. I believe it. I'd love to fly it in this and see what it could do as opposed to the BF-109, and what it could do against, say, the P-51 or the P-47. That would be interesting. And then we're going to swing on out over here. I know you guys are saying, Bugs, you have the Hornet over in the other section. What are you doing here? But if we take a look at this beautiful bird, we'll see there's a couple of little different things here. It's a two-seater, and it's a Rhino. Yes, this is the Super Hornet module, or mod, I should say, that works on top of the F-18 module that's available from Eagle Dynamics. The only difference between the regular F-18 module and the Super Hornet is what you guys visually see, and then the UFC in the cockpit. Other than that, there is no other notable difference. There is no performance difference at all. Everything works exactly the same. If something changes or has changed that I don't know about, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know that. If you guys want to see me fly some of the stuff in the Super Hornet, let me know. I'd love to do it. Right now we're standing in front of the two-seater version of it. It comes in the two-seater and the single seat. So right now we're looking at the family model, but looks good. You can see the squared off intakes, which is what gives the characteristics to the Super Hornet that you can tell as opposed to the Legacy Hornet with the rounded off intakes. Not a bad looking jet, and we'll be doing a little bit of something with the Super Hornet. Now, on to the next, we have the F5. We're going to be doing a little bit of something with that. Again, A4 versus F5, or A4s and F5s versus F14s. Red air kind of stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I've flown the F5 once off camera. Not too bad. I like it. Maneuverable. But much, much more to come with that. And for our last one, the Four Fans of Freedom, the C-130. Another freeware module. I just got to dial in a few things on it, and we will be doing a little bit of destruction, I guess you can say, with the C-130. This one's going to probably be introduced a little bit later on because I have to rework a few things control-wise on how I have things set up before we can get this flying efficiently, but it will be making an appearance on the channel in the very near future, that I can guarantee you. So, with all that being said, between the jets that got this channel to where it is, to the new additions coming to the channel to work alongside them, we're going to need this whole area over here soon to lay out all the aircraft that have made an appearance on this channel. I'm looking forward to that. Again, thank you guys so much for helping me reach the 300 subscriber mark. Let's push on up to the next milestone and keep this going full steam ahead. I appreciate all you guys' support, criticism, comments, likes, dislikes, whichever you guys want to call it. It helps me learn and makes better content for you guys. With that being all said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe for more. Let's push this up to the next level. Until the next sortie, strap in, arm up the seat, and keep flying.